Hey everyone, the aim of this video is to show how the program I made works and also to elaborate a little like what I learned while doing it, while making the program. So the first part is a short demonstration of the thing. So yeah, let me launch it real quick. So yeah, this is the GUI pretty much. Um, it allows to upload a file from choose file button here. So I click it and I choose a CSV file, this one right here, and I add it. So everything is calculated and then displayed in the GUI. We can see that there are 5 orders here. There are customers, suppliers, then their address information, and the address information, by the way, it's like in the CSV file, it is in random format. So the program uses the API to check the validity of the address and then to structure it in the given order. So it goes like, let's say the region, then the street, apartment number, and so on. So it structures them all in the same manner. And then this part is the one we can change from the GUI. So we have to choose the order by the ID here. For instance, we choose order number 2 and we want to change the product. So right now it's gear, and let's say we want bolts and we want 20 bolts there. So we choose what we want and then we click save, and then we have to confirm like what is the name of the file we want to save the information to. So I'll just use the same file, so it's 20 bolts, and now I save it, and then again I choose the file from here and upload it to the GUI, and as you can see, the product quantity changed and so did the total cost. And now if I want to, let's say, change another one, and by the way, just to provide this information from the start, we have this SQL database here, and let me check it. Yeah, it's this one. It says test GMP, and if we check the tables, yeah. So the tables, yeah, we have this orders table here. So you can see that here it's gear quantity 32. So just to show you that then we expect the quantity to change accordingly, like with the information we input here. And let's say we also want to change order number 4. So let's say not, and the quantity 70, save again, and then choose file. Yeah, so now we're happy with this order we have here. So all the orders look good, and we want to then upload it to this SQL database. So we have to click upload button, and then it is pretty much uploaded to the SQL database. So all we have to do is refresh it here and open it up. And as you can see, these two are identical now. So like if you check them, here is our order number 4, and it's 70 nuts. And then we also changed, I think, order number 2, and it's 20 bolts. Yeah, so the file successfully uploaded to SQL database. So that's about it. That's how the program is run. Oh, yeah, there's another part of it. So this thing right here, the let's say the order information is also loaded from a database. So if we want, we can always add new items here. I just I just have to run it separately. Let me check it real quick. Um, yeah, it's products database, I think. Yeah, let me just run it from here. Yeah. So this small window opens up, and we can see our current items here. Like if we click show results, we can see them. And if we want, we can always delete these numbers. Like they have this unique ID here. So we just, for instance, let's say we want to add, I don't know, a cable. And let's say the product price is $100 or €100. And then we just click add information to database and show results. As you can see, we have our cable here, and if we rerun this thing, like I have to close it and then open it up again. Where is that? Yeah, right here. So now you can see that cable appeared, and then let's say we decided to delete it. So we just input the cable's ID here and then delete ID from the database. We click that. So now it should be deleted. So show results. Yeah, no cable. And again, we have to rerun this program here and no cable. So it's in a separate database, and then the information gets loaded to this one. The reason I did it separately is because, well, it's it serves a bit different purpose. So usually the person is expected to upload CSV files here and then just choose the existing products here, and maybe another person will be the one uploading the items to that database. Well, anyway, that's about how the program works, and here is the actual program. Let me just open it in VSC. Yeah, open. So yeah, you can see the code here. Let me just make sure that, yeah, everything is visible. So you can also find all the code at GitHub. You can download it and try and run it. So yeah, it's 347 lines, and it took me about 180 hours to do that. So I did it bit by bit. So like first, I didn't know how to do anything. So basically, I just had this beginner's course on Python, and then like I learned the theory, and then I made this pet project, and I set up the goals, like to make this GUI, to make it possible to upload the files and to run certain things. Actually, a friend of mine helped me to set up the goals that will that would let me learn new things. And yeah, so I did like the GUI part first, and I learned a lot about Tkinter, how to make the buttons, and yeah, like you can see here, I have the whole section for the buttons and the labels. So like first I made the labels, and then I added the buttons, and then I added like specific let's say specific formulas to like, so when you click on the button, something specific happens. And after that, like one challenge, let's say, was to like because I open a file here, and then because I added the API which checks the addresses. So the challenge was to, because if we check the CSV file, let me just check it real quick. I think I have it somewhere. Yeah, I'll just drag it here. So like this is basically the CSV file. I mean, it's Google Docs, but that's how I make the CSV file. I just save it as CSV. So this is how the information is displayed in the CSV. So like column D has address information, and if you check it here, and then if you check the information in the GUI, the box is not too big, but let me just show it to you in the terminal. Yeah, I'll just run the program from the terminal. Let me just close it here. So yeah, if I run it here, and I choose the file and I upload the file. So as you can see, it adds these addresses here, and it uses the like specific logic to go with the region, the street, then the region, the city, the street, apartment number, and then the zip code. And it does it for every order. And here, let's say the second customer, for instance, it just has the city name, which is like the short version of that name, and then the street with apartment number. And it checks the API, and then it gives the full address, like the region, the city, the full name, then the street, the apartment number, and the zip code. And it does that for all the customers. So yeah, that part, once I did it, the trick was to then to display the already checked information here. So this took basically this took some time, and it allowed me to learn how to like position it in the code so that the information, like once I click it here, it chooses the file. It already at that point it checks the address information. It makes a database with pandas in the terminal, and then it creates a new column here because it's the customer's address, and the one we have here is customer address. So there are two different columns. So the program creates a new one with the updated address, and uploads already updated address to this column in the GUI. And then another tricky part was, well, it was kind of a separate project to make this program for the orders, because, well, it also, like, well, maybe it's 119 lines, but it's still like I had to check how to make this database, because it's also, the database is in the terminal, and then it gets uploaded all the time. I mean, updated all the time. I add new Oh, it's not just in the terminal. Actually, I think there's this product.db file also. Yeah, so yeah, there's actually a database. Um, yeah, so after that part, let me just open it up again. Yeah, after that part, I added, like I connected that database with this file, and I also, uh, the hard part for me was uh, to let's say, make, well, it was hard because I never did it before, to make it, um, to make, like to count the total cost because it's quantity times price per one unit. So once I figured that out, I added it. Another part was this UTF-8 coding because Cyrillic language, the symbols are used here because it's in Russian. And the final challenge, well, it was like this challenge was persistent, let's say, throughout all the code, was to add those blocks of code together to make it work. And also, that's where I really learned like those idents, like the indentation, how to position certain lines of code that they like they would be possible to be used by the other parts of the code. And also here I learned about those global uh, commands which allowed me to, let's say, reference something in one block and then get it to work in another block because indentation did not allow it because it was like secular in a way because I couldn't just make like one part. I couldn't ident one part because then it would not work for another one. So the only option for me, well, at least with the knowledge I have at the moment, was to make this global reference and to still allow another part of the code to get the information from that previous part without like breaking the idents and without basically stopping the code from working. So yeah, I learned a lot from this thing. This is my first project, and yeah, I'll definitely build on that. But yeah, this is all that I wanted to share about this one. Thank you for your time. And if you have any questions, you can contact me. You can send me an email. I have my contacts on GitHub, and also I'll add my contact information at the description part of the video. So yeah, thank you.